Hello Taurus, Taurus rising and Taurus moon people. This is your weekly I keep almost wanting to say weekly. Your monthly astrology horoscope for the month starting month of July. I'll just break that habit. Month of July 2017. And a quick reminder for you all out there, remember the Tarot HOMESTUDY course will be live as of July 1st for purchase and download if you're interested in getting over 3 hours of video content plus additional supplementary documents taken directly from my book to help you learn the tarot if you're interested in actually building on those skills. And you can download that at my website, integrativemysticism.com. It's the same place you get a session with me. And please, everybody, don't forget to check your rising signs. Remember these things, that's actually very important. I've got a special video on the main channel page that you can actually look over. It'll answer all your questions there. And don't forget, these monthly horoscopes talk about big sweeping trends. So if you're interested in the weekly horoscopes, those cover, the first half of them are all astrology, and those cover more of the short-term angles. Okay, so we get a lot more out of doing all of these things than just sort of a regular one-off deal, okay? So what's going on with your astrology anyway this month? Well, we have some leftovers from June, in particular Mars, planet of action, energy, and passion, moving through your third house of communications, pacts, and promises. And Mars moving through this area is actually a very, very big help because you tend to have people sticking up for you a lot this month. People offering to do a lot of work on your behalf, offering to take things off your hands, but also at the same time help you correct the mistakes of others. If you've been feeling like you're left in a lurch, you're also going to be noticing a big shuffle about a lot this month, whether it's shuffling with teammates, shuffling with groups, shuffling in situations where everyone's going to kind of come together into a cohesive whole. Now what Mars is doing here is it's creating a little bit of conflict, but what it's trying to do is make sure that the cream, rises to the top. And we can't really do that without things being, without things being challenged a little bit for you. And you may be finding that this, this is a month where you're seeing those contacts, those coworkers, and even some of those friends for who they really are, whether or not they're fair weather, whether they can be counted on for anything, whether they're really capable of living up to their boasts, and whether they're really doing anything for you that you're doing for them in this equal partnership or equal group setting. So it could be a very interesting month. Luckily, however, with Mars in the third house, we do tend to see people keeping their promises. People, it's a code of honor, it's a warrior's code of honor when it comes to Mars. And usually with Mars, it's, people, if they make idle promises, they tend to keep good on them anyway. So if you have anything that you need to ask people to do, if you have anything that you need to make sure gets done, this is the time to do it because you will notice people are taking your word a lot more seriously. Definitely, again, moving away from the fair weather superficial energy and into things that are more substantial. On the 4th of the month, we've got Venus, planet of love, harmony, favor, and popularity, moving into your second house, your earned income sector, Gemini, where she's going to stay pretty much up until the end of the month, until the 31st. And with Venus in your earned income sector, you're going to be noticing this is going to be a month of easy money. Usually with Venus in the earned income sector, we have ways to get extra in terms of just either getting paid more to do easier work, getting paid more to do less work, or even people make, just simply adding extra on top of what we're used to getting. Sometimes when we have Venus in the earned income sector, we can see that people have, they're more inclined to try and compete for us and our attention. If you're looking for a new job, you'll be noticing that you're offered, the offers that are being sent to you, whether it's for a salary or for the schedule, you're kind of getting the best. You're actually getting higher than you could have expected, possibly even more than you're used to getting for the role that you're applying for or the role that you've had. It's a wonderful opportunity for some good luck there. Venus in the earned income sector can also indicate a situation where, this month, people are actually even going to allow you to have the extensions you've been looking for. If you have to ask for favors of the office, time off, if you want to take that extra special time, You know, Venus is a time for us to get pampered when it's in our earned income sector, and luckily we're being pampered by the office, by our boss, which is not something we're all used to. On the 5th of the month, we've got Mercury, planet of communications, moving into your 4th house of home and family, Leo, where he will be up until about the 25th of the month. And when Venus is in your 4th house, you have a tendency to see a lot more developments or shifts going on in your family, moving a lot more quickly. If you are in a situation where you're trying to make a move, we're trying to make some kind of transition going on, that's a big focus for a lot of you Taurus people this month. You may find that there are plenty of opportunities for you to do so much more quickly than you could have thought. You may find that this is a great time for a lot of you as well to maybe even get some traveling done, to go see family members, reconnect with family members. There's going to be a lot going forward in this direction as even we get into August with Mercury there. You may be noticing lines of communications with relatives that have been cut off, or even conversations that we just have not had for whatever reasons are all going to be coming up again now. There may even be some reunion opportunities in it for you. On the 9th of the month, we've got a full moon in Capricorn, in your 9th house of higher education, travel, and government legal proceedings. And this full moon's going to pack a bit of a wallop for everyone, but not necessarily in a way that's going to be the end of the world. You know, this is a cutting the wheat from the chaff kind of time of year, so, you know, definitely don't fold. With this full moon, it's going to be connecting to Pluto, also retrograde in this area. It's giving you opportunities for second chances, getting chances, to, take on the education, the curriculum that you wanted, go to the school you wanted to go to, take the dream vacation you wanted to have, work and travel abroad, get some kind of major mind-expanding experience off your bucket list and into your own memory so that you can actually say, that was my experience. Now the thing is though, this full moon is going to form an opposition to Mars in that 3rd house of communications, and this could create a situation where you may feel suddenly like you need to break out of a binding agreement in order to see this dream through, or to make this second chance a reality. Obviously, I don't know your unique situation. You're going to want to make sure you check out your rising sign as well, but do take care. This is a second chance that's coming back on the table for a reason, and we may have to break a commitment we did not mean to make, or we know we should not keep during this time. On the 20th of the month, we do have Mars, planet of action, energy, and passion, moving into that 4th house of home and family, where from then until pretty much all the way through August, Mars is going to be creating a very interesting stir on the home front. Again, Mars is a double-edged sword. I don't look at Mars as a strict malefic. I've never seen him that way. But what can happen is, in the interest of getting things closer, there may be some more conflicts going on with family, with relatives, with housemates, and things like that. Mars tends to it tends to create problems where people still want to live with BS. Every once in a while, you know how it goes when it comes to families and households. Sometimes we really don't like the idea of somebody just pointing out the elephant in the room, but it's going to come up more and more and more, and that means it's because we're running out of room. Hey, let's get the elephant out of here, right? So there's going to be a lot of that going on, and you know what, it's only for the best, because Mars is also working on creating opportunities to bond, to create close friendships and close, companionships in your family as well. On the property front, the home and property front, this is a wonderful time for those of you who are looking to purchase a new place, to invest in a new property. Mars always benefits the buyer. And this is also going to be a wonderful time, very much like I said with the Aries people in their early part of the month. This is going to be a wonderful time for those of you that are trying to either get a home-based business off the ground or to simply bring more money into the household through any kind of means, drawing it in and magnetizing those funds to, again, the whole home as a whole. On the 22nd of the month, and then immediately on the 23rd, almost immediately following, actually, We've got the sun moving into this area as well, and a new moon occurring. And a lot of you Taurus people may find a perfect opportunity to get on the move, whether you're renting or buying or anything along those lines. Because these energies are trying to talk about a fresh start when it comes to the living situation or the family situation that you are in. Now, the sun here is also talking about getting more out of the relationships that you have, and the sun's going to be here all the way up until the 3rd week of August. And over the course of the next couple of months, you're going to be kind of seeing opportunities to, again, bring more life, breathe more life into your home front and breathe more life into your family. This can also be a good time for those of you that are looking to maybe shake things up on the home front and change something around, dedicated towards a home office. Maybe you rent, you're a landlord, you're looking for new tenants, you may find an opportunity to finally get that going. If you're trying to put a rental property on the market to attract renters, this is wonderful as well. And this is also quite beneficial energetically for those of you that are looking to do a home share opportunity or a room share, roommate kind of situation. A large part of that is coming in because we're trying to get a lot of you Taurus people to finally feel like you're at home or feel like you have a comfortable sanctuary, whether it's actually increasing the funds you have so you can enjoy it, or simply putting you in that right space, or healing things with the family members that you have so that sanctuary does feel like a sanctuary when it's meant to be. And that's going to be a big focus over the next, again, very good chunk of weeks, basically from the 20th all the way up until about the 22nd, 23rd of August. Remember, nothing in these monthly horoscopes goes on for just one day. On the 25th of the month, we've got Mercury, planet of communications, moving into your 5th house of love and romance, Virgo, where he's going to be for a while. There's a lot that's going to happen with that in August, and we'll get to it one bridge at a time. And with Mercury going into Virgo, a lot of you are going to be noticing that a relationship or relationship opportunity is starting to evolve very quickly. A lot of you Taurus people who've been feeling like maybe your relationship's kind of gotten stuck in a bit of a rut, maybe we have not been taking advantage of opportunities to finally move forward in this relationship, whether it is to take it to a new level, to make things deeper, go official, whatever. Mercury's going to be picking up the slack. It's going to be speeding us up where we've been dragging our feet. Now, the interesting thing about this is that Mercury is also trying to speed up communications and open up communications for single Tauruses out there. You're going to be noticing you're a lot more popular, a lot of people more responsive to you. So, make sure that you are keeping track of people. You don't want to be accidentally leading anyone on. On the 31st of the month, finally, we've got Venus, planet of that love, harmony, and popularity and favor, moving into your 3rd house of communications, pacts, and promises. And again, we have something happening where there's a lot of focus on people making good on things they owe to you and patching things up. But this is coming from outside the family and outside the love life. This could be a family thing, but with Venus in the 3rd house, this usually comes from former colleagues and contacts and things like that. Favors owed to us, things that people really did not actually make good of on in a timely fashion, from the end of this month going all the way through about the 3rd week of August. You're going to be noticing a lot of people showing back up, giving us things. It's going to feel like a handout. It's been so long. But it's a very, very nice way for people to try and patch things up and reconnect with you as well. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it, Taurus. And of course, if you ever want to get a session or download the Tarot Home Study course, you can go to my website, integrativemysticism.com.